Good morning, dear children. Have a blessed week ahead. Well, let's continue the India's foreign policy. India in resurgent 21st century. It was enabled the domestic transformation. So the task of India's foreign policy made India in the domestic transformation. Not only that, it increased in overall development, like joining in global groups, G20, IBSA, that is India, Brazil, South Africa group of organization, and not only that, and also with the trade community BRICS. The BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and with South Africa. The spelling is wrong. You just avoid K over there. The global security confirms in military modernization, maritime security, and nuclear policy. So altogether in 21st century, the overall development is hats off with India. Not only that, it has been emerged as a major voice in global decision making and management, and also acts as a bridge and balancing power in the emerging global strategic architecture. So, non-military issues like climatic change, energy security, competition for scarce resources, food and water security, pandemics and migration are also have been well defined and had a good cooperation with the nationwide countries. It also challenges in India sustaining the country's economic growth, ensuring energy and security. Now let's move on to the basic concepts of India's foreign policy. Preservation of national interest, achievement of world peace. Not only that, avoiding the nuclear weapons, that is with policy of disarmament, fostering good relationship with other countries, and also solving conflicts by means of peace. So if there is any problem between the countries, India is ready to make it and talk through the peace. So the conflicts have been removed with the peace talks. Independence of thought and action per principle of NAM. What is NAM? Yes, it's non-alignment movement. So this has been introduced by India by our former Jawaharlal Nehru. He is our first Prime Minister. Well, equality in conducting international relations. Also, anti-colonialism, anti-imperialism, anti-racism. India was against all these things. So, not even in future, it should be focused. So, when we are about to talk about anti-colonialism and anti-imperialism, we are about to talk against the disarmament. So, what is this policy of disarmament? Not to use the nuclear weapon. So since independence, global non-proliferation has been dominant theme of India's nuclear policy. So India supported UN disarmament program. Indian nuclear program in 1974 and in 1998 is only done for strategic purposes. The two themes of India's nuclear doctrine are no first use. What's that? Not to use the nuclear weapon unnecessarily. The second is credible minimum deterrence. Yes, you have to be used with the minimum deterrence. Followed with the basic concepts, we'll move on to the South Asian Association Regional Cooperation. Children, while you are learning this, be careful it is with the region because it has been cooperating with the neighboring countries. Well, the aim of SAC is to promote welfare economics, to have collective self-reliance, and also to accelerate social cultural development. So, according to the aim, it has the good relationship and development between the membership countries. SAC Disaster Management Center was being set up in New Delhi. It was very much useful for every membership nation. Also, SAC has its own satellite communication cum meteorology, that is ISRO or ISRO. So what is this ISRO? It is Indian Space Research Organization, especially for the SAC countries. So who were the SAC countries? Let's see about the member countries. Afghanistan, Bangladesh, India, Bhutan, Nepal, Maldives, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. So all these membership countries have an economic and geopolitical organization primarily located in South Asia. Well, what is this foreign policy? It's a combination of strategies carefully formulated by a nation for maintaining relationship with other nation. So the diplomacy also an instrument for implementing foreign policy of a state. Now we'll move on to the contemporary context. So the changes and continuity in India's foreign policy. The first one we are going to see neighborhood first policy, that is prioritizing and integrated neighborhood. What does this says about India's foreign policy has always regarded the concept of neighborhood with historical and cultural commodities. Also, India gives diplomatic priority to Maldives, especially to the Maldives. India's foreign policy also stems in understanding that a peaceful periphery is essential for India to achieve her multifarious development goals. India also provides neighbors with support and also a greater connectivity and integration, providing to improve with the free flow of goods, people, energy, capital and information within the membership countries. We'll see about the next continuity and change in India's foreign policy, that is bridging diplomacy and developments. So it includes improving technological access, sourcing capital, gaining market access and also securing natural resources. So international partnership has been made with the contracts and contact success, with money and authority influence. So bridging diplomacy and development was well to do with the membership countries. The third one we are going to see is a gradual transition from look east to act east policy. What is this? So this is a global economy. So Southeast Asia begins with Northeast India, with the Myanmar as a land bridge to the countries of South Asian Association. So that we call it as ASEAN. So the purpose is to ensure a stable and multipolar balance of power. So to say with good relationship, there should be ensured with a stable and balancing power between the membership countries. The fourth one is economic development. What is this economic development says about with the economic imperatives? Better relationship which accelerated and balanced with inclusive economic development. So, as to say with connected with look east to act east policy in the third point, there were three big elements in the eastern policy which gives stronger emphasis on physical connectivity, commercial and security relationship with the members. So with the fourth point, accelerated, balanced and economic development is a primary goal of India's foreign policy. So while talking about the economic development, it grows much better than the previous years. The last and final point to talk about is India as a leading power. So it has a good relationship with other countries, not only with trade, also with other equal development. So India as a leading power, it has a membership with G20, BRICS and etc. Not only that, India aspires for permanent membership on UN Security Council. So dear children, thus India has improved its status and laid its path among the powerful countries. Hats off to the development of our nation. Thus we end today's lesson, and also we have a short explanation with domestic policy and with foreign policy. So what is this domestic policy says and deals with? Its own plan to improve its own nation. Not only that, it is able to focus on domestic affairs, and the foreign policy is dealing with other nations and focusing on international affairs. Good children, will complete this lesson. Thank you very much. Do the homework as said earlier. Post it between 5 to 6. Thank you.